Today we will be looking at Scrum values. On our previous tutorial, we walked ourselves through Scrum overview, and on here we will be diving deep into Scrum theories and values. Scrum Theory Foundation. So before we proceed, I want us to understand the basics on what Scrum was built upon. So we've got empirism, we've got lean thinking, we've got iterative approach. Empirism, making decisions based on evidence and experience rather than assumption or speculations. So this have to do with giving a tangible reference to why you think a certain thing can be done within the projected timeline. Lean thinking has to do with eliminating waste while focusing on the essential that deliver genuine value to customers. Iterative approach, building solution incrementally through repeated cycles of learning and improvements. So this has to do with having lessons learned section, that is your retrospective sections at the end of each sprint. These principles work together to create a framework that embraces authenticities and drives continuous improvement in the Scrum way of doing things. So the three pillars of Scrum are transparency, inspection, and adaptation. On our previous training, on our previous brief, I walked us through that three pillars, but on here I'll be looking into them in a more specific way. So inspection had to do with regular examination of progress and artifacts to detect problem early and maintain quality. Transparency has to do with all aspects of work must be visible to stakeholders, creating shared understanding and trust. Adaptation. Adaptation has to do with swift adjustment of process when results deviate from expectation or new learning emerges. So in the course of the execution of the project, there are better ways that might prop up. The team will be willing to implement it in the course of execution. Okay? Transparency in action. Why transparency matters in an agile project. So when you are applying Scrum way of doing things in projects, as previously highlighted, transparency is key. It's one of the three pillars of Scrum. So we use it to create shared understanding across all stakeholders, reduce risk through clear communication, enables better decision making with visible information, build trust within the team and with stakeholders. So the team is able to share what they are executing with the stakeholders. The stakeholders will feel that sense of belonging, knowing that the team has got nothing to hide from them. Okay? So there is a clear artifacts lead to better decisions and reduce misunderstanding that can derail projects. Inspection and adaptation. Inspection and adaptation has to do with frequent inspection, that is regular checks on progress, and artifact detects problem early, preventing costly mistakes. So when the projects are executed, continual inspection, frequent inspection helps the team to see the bug as they execute the project, and they are able to put it on the system as bugs and easily rectified. Because if they are not rectified, it will cost even more. It would cost the team more in terms of time used to replan the process and execute the process. The money needed, the time, and all that comes with it. Immediate adaptation, that is, teams adapt as soon as learning occurs, requiring empowerment and self-management capacity. Without adaptation, inspection becomes pointless. It is the action that creates the value from observation. On here, we'll be looking at the 5 Scrum values. The 5 Scrum values are commitment, focus, openness, respect, courage. Commitment has to do with dedication to achieve team goals and delivering value. Focus has to do with concentrating on sprint work and team objectives. Openness has to do with sharing feedback, challenges, and learning openly. Respect has to do with valuing diverse skills, background, and experience. Courage has to do with tackling difficult problems and making tough decisions. These values from the team DNA. These values forms the team DNA, and they shape behavior and create a thriving culture. Values in practice, the bakery team. So we are going to be adopting the 5 values into a bakery team simulation project, referring to the bakery simulation project in our previous training. So the team promises to deliver working cake samples weekly, meeting their sprint goals consistently. Focus. They prioritize taste testing over new decoration, maintain sprint focus on defined objectives. So their priority is on good taste rather than the beautification of the cake itself. Openness. They share feedback openly about recipes and processes, fostering continuous improvements. So they're working together as a team, being sincere with their feedback. If the cake does not taste good, say it without feeling, oh, I'm going to hurt somebody's feeling. It's for the common good. Respect. Each baker's unique skills and expertise are valued, creating psychological safety. Okay? So when they say in common palace, no idea is useless. So whenever a team member brings his or her idea, or they try to showcase their skills, the team should appreciate it, okay? So each baker's unique skills and expertise are valued, creating psychological safety. Encourage. They experiment with bold new flavors, making calculated risk for innovation. Theory meets practice. Key takeaway. Empirism and lean thinking drive Scrum effectively. Three pillars work together. None can exist in isolation. Values shape behavior and enables the pillars to function. Next step. Observe how these principles apply in your context. Practice identifying transparency, inspection, and adaptation. Reflect on how values influence teams' dynamics. Remember, Scrum theory provides the foundation, but values brings it to life in real teams. Thank you for your time on this one. So on this one, we'll be looking at Scrum team roles, a practical guide. So we want to understand the three essential roles that make Scrum teams successful. These three roles are developers, product owners, and Scrum Master. The three roles are, as I've previously highlighted, that is developers, product owner, and the Scrum Master. The developer creates usable increments each sprint through collaborative development. Product owner maximizes product values by managing the product backlog effectively. And Scrum Master ensures Scrum is understood and followed by coaching the team. Developer, what does developer do? Creates usable increment in each sprint. Sprint planning accountability. Own the sprint plan and select product backlog items for the sprints. Daily adaptation. Makes daily adjustments to stay on track towards sprint goals. Quality assurance. Ensure quality through adherence to the definition of done. Peer accountability. Hold each other accountable for commitments and quality standards. The roles of the product owners are to maximize product value. Core responsibility. Manage the product backlog effectively. Communicate the product goal clearly. Orders backlog item by value and priority. Ensures transparency of backlog items. Critical notes. The product owner is one person, not a committee. This ensures clear decision making and accountability. The Scrum Master, the true leader, servant leader role, ensures understanding, guarantees Scrum is understood and followed by everyone. Coach them, provides guidance to both team and broader organization. Scrum Master removes impediments, identifies and eliminates obstacles that blocks team's progress, facilitate events. The Scrum Master facilitates events, ensures all Scrum events happen productively and effectively. Scrum team in action. The bakery team scenario. So the product owner makes strategic flavor decision, red velvet versus chocolate mint, based on the market research and customer feedback that they've got. The developer bakes tests and continuously improve the recipes, collaborate to create delicious, consistent products each sprint. The Scrum Master facilitates the team meetings, clear the blockers like broken ovens, and ensures smooth bakery operations. Role clarity matters. When everyone understands their role and responsibility, team can focus on creating value rather than navigating confusion. Each role has distinct accountability that complements rather than overlap, creating a powerful synergy for product development success. Key distinction: the product owner authority makes final decision on what gets built and in what order, based on value maximization, while the developers decide how to build the product, increment, and make their own sprint backlog. The Scrum Master supports focus on process, removing obstacle, rather than directing technical or production decisions. So they are not involved. So on this note, we will be going through some texts to test your knowledge. Read to apply Scrum rules. Clear accountability. Each role has distinct responsibility that drives team success. Collaborative success. Rules work together, not in isolation, to maximize product value. Continuous improvement. Understanding rules enables better team dynamics and outcome. Now you are equipped with the fundamentals to identify and execute this essential Scrum rule effectively. So that is for that. We will be looking at the next one on our subsequent training. Okay? Thank you for your time. Please do well to subscribe if you are getting values from this training. Thank you.